Patch 7.26a has finally been released a few days after patch 7.26. On behalf of my team, the Sploush Troupe, and myself, Navetz, I'm going to talk about the patch a little bit, and I'm not going to go through everything in complete detail, because if I was going to do that, then there's no point. You can just read it yourself. But I've titled this patch Crawling Through Dota 2 because essentially I've played a few games, and what it feels like, especially as a late game core hero, in comparison to the prior patches, it feels like you are crawling through the game. So almost all of the item changes to all of our boots have changed from percentage based increases in movement speed to static increases in movement speed. What this means is that the amount of movement speed you gain through multiple percentage based items slows down over time, and we've changed in the opposite direction. We've changed the Yasha, Manta, Sanjin Yasha, and Yasha and Kaya to be percentage based increases. So that makes the Yasha, Sanjin Yasha, Yasha and Kaya, and Manta style a little bit more attractive in terms of movement speed because it is percentage based. Now, playing a few games, it's because it's a static increase in movement speed. Heroes like Weaver, when they Sakuchi, it's just so slow. It feels crazy slow when I'm walking around the map at 350 movement speed, just base, as a juggernaut at like level 25. I feel like I'm crawling around the map. I feel like a turtle going around the map. So that is the biggest change in this patch. The other two most notable changes, well, there's three other big changes, but we'll talk about the two most notable, and those are item changes. The Spirit Vessel provides a negative aura now that reduces health, regen, heals, and life steals by 20% in a 1200 unit aura, or in a 1200 unit AoE. Soul Release debuff regen reduction reduced from 60% to 35%, so it's a little bit less good against heroes like Morph and Necrophos. But I'm not actually sure how this pans out overall. I don't know if this item becomes better or worse. And they've removed the Windlace from it, and now it costs an extra 250 gold for the recipe. So it no longer gives you the bonus movement speed a little bit, and it costs the same price because they increased the cost of the recipe. So still expensive. Now, the other thing that they've done is increase the base cost to a bunch of starter items. So the Ring of Basilius, Hedris, Soul Ring, Vlad's Offering, Mechanism, Pipe of Insight, all increased in cost, and then the Lotus Orb was increased in mana cost. Silver Edge no longer reduces regen, and then the other big item change that comes into this patch is finally trying to make the Eye of Skadi valuable. Because Eye of Skadi is essentially a dead item, this is the patch that we're probably going to see it make its way back into the meta a lot, actually. I could see it being picked up on Slarks and Medusas again. A lot of core heroes might be picking up Eye of Skadi's now because it reduces It reduces regens, heals, and life steal by 65%. So an example of somebody this might be very good to pick up against is Life Stealer. You reduce his regen, his heals, and his life steal by 35% while you're hitting him with this Eye of Skadi. It also has the cold attack. So it might become a viable item once again. Nullifier debuff no longer dispels. Blade Mail less good on intelligence heroes. You're basically seeing every mid hero pick up the Blade Mail. This is basically the meat and bones of this patch. There are a few other things to note, and that is Alchemist gets an overall nerf in the amount of gold that he gets, because we have reduced the amount of gold in the map by 10%, and Alchemist was still getting his bonuses the same way before they nerfed the gold throughout the whole map, so they thought they should nerf him a little bit. Batrider's Firefly slowed down to match some of the boots changes. Yeah, part of the boots change. Thirst also slowed down. Bounty Hunter track gold reduced. Another gold reduction for somebody who gets an innate ability to get more gold through track. Brewmaster's Primal Split permanent immolation damage. That's the Fire Remnant Spirit. A little bit better. Web's movement speed reduced. Chaos Knight's actually a little bit cool. The reduction in Phantasm cooldown time at levels 1 and 2 is pretty significant. So now it only being 125 second cooldown, it's pretty big for Chaos Knight early, although I still think that the hero, compared to what he was a few patches ago, or I don't know, it's been a few patches ago, with his with his Chaos Strike. He's still not that great. I have a feeling he might still be in the dumpster, but we'll see how he pans out. A little bit of healing reduction on Chen. Searing Arrows, Death Prophet's base movement speed reduced a little bit. Strength regen reduced on Dragon Knight. Minor buff to Drow Ranger. Ember Spirit, they buffed him, then they nerfed him, so he's back down to having a lower time on Searing Chains. Keeper of the Light, little nerfs. Leshrac, a little buff. Lone Druid, this talent used to be, so they've reduced the level 25 talent from 0.25 Spirit Bear base attack time to 0.2. When the patch came out that changed Spirit Bear, that changed Lone Druid, his level 25 talent was actually minus 0.5 Spirit Bear attack time. So imagine how much crazier that would be. Luna gets a nice animation buff, 0.46 seconds reduced to 0.35. So that's actually a pretty big buff in terms of how fast she attacks in animation speed. Night Stalker, a little bit of base movement speed reduction. Ogre Magi, Bloodlust movement speed reduction, part of boots changed. Outworld Devourer, Arcane Orb damage increased because there's no longer spell amplification coming from items, so they felt like they needed to do something for him. Phoenix gets some minor nerfs overall. They take Supernova's they take the Sunray from Supernova and they take it out of Eggs and they put it into the level 20 talent. So that's pretty cool. Pugna's Decrepify, cast range reduced in the early levels. Netherward reduced, Netherward's duration time reduced in the early levels. Razor, some minor changes in terms of movement speed for Storm Surge. Slardar, again, some movement speed reductions. Spirit Breaker, movement speed reductions, and Void Spirit gets the level 10 talent reduced from 30 damage to 25. Wraith King Vampiric Aura reduced by 2 damage per level. So that is the patch overall. The one major thing that is changed again at like a core concept to the game, and I'm surprised they didn't do this with patch 7.26 initially, is reduce the XP bonuses for kill streaks. This means that if someone's on, for example, a mega kill streak, they're going to get less of a bonus now based on this formula right here. 30 to 100, depending on what the kill streak is, times the level of the hero. It's been reduced from 30 to 100 to 20 to 90 times the level of the hero. So you'll feed less gold, which stops the amount of comebacks, which stops the amount of comeback experience you get from killing a super farmed hero. So again, slowing down that big comeback swing. I think that pretty much covers it all. Yeah, that's good, boys and girls. So again, my name is Navetz. That was patch 7.26a. The big things to take away are the movement speed changes, the changes to Spirit Vessel, the changes to Eye of Skadi, and that will be all. On behalf of my team, the Sploush Troupe, and myself, I thank you guys for watching this video. Until next time, peace out, guys.